Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Today we have a very special guest on the show.
We have the former Cage Warriors flyweight champion and the 14th ranked UFC flyweight, Meatball Molly McCann. How are you doing, Molly?
I'm all right, boys. I'm all right. Just chilling with my dog.
Yeah, Frank, isn't it?
Yeah, it's me and Frank chilling.
Very handsome.
Yeah, handsome boy. We just actually sat on my stoop in a lovely council estate in Kensington in Liverpool.
Sunny Liverpool.
Yeah.
What's the vibes like in Liverpool at the moment?
Weird, mate. Community spirit's high. Like our street, everyone's looking out for each other. Everyone's being lovely, to be honest. I'd say 80% of the people in the city are taking it serious, and then you have the 20% who are just like, I don't know. I done a run yesterday, and there was 12 lads playing football, and I just thought, are you messing?
Yeah.
Are you
In fairness, you're doing some serious road work at the moment, aren't you? You're running about 10 miles a day, you know?
Yeah. I've always ran. Comes from my boxing roots, and Frank let go. And I didn't realise that you're only allowed to go out for half an hour. I just thought it was like just go and do a training session and go home. So I thought, I can only do sprints now, or as far as I can get in 30 or 40 minutes. So I'll be the fittest version of myself come the next fight anyway.
That's good to hear. Molly, for the people that don't know, how did you actually start doing MMA? I know you just mentioned doing boxing roots, but can you let us know?
Yeah, I started boxing when I was about 11, and then MMA came on the scene when I was about 23, and I literally watched Ronda Rousey on the TV, and then literally when I seen her fight, I emailed my coach and said, I want to be like that Ronda Rousey. And then 5 years to the day, I won the world title in Cage Warriors. And then it was like 6 years, I won my first fight in the UFC. Now 7 years in, I'm top 14 in the world. And it's just been the best experience and the best time of my life, to be honest, boys.
Yeah. Molly, do you almost think, for your own personal career, that the coronavirus might almost be a blessing in disguise in some way? Because you were scheduled to fight Ashley Evans in London, am I correct?
Yep.
Yeah, and she wasn't ranked. But now, if you fly over to America and fight on the island, the island, what's called, you probably have a better chance of getting a ranked opponent.
Yeah, do you know what? She's not ranked because she was injured. However, she's being ranked. She was top 10 in bantamweight, and she was top 8. She was top 8 in the flyweight division. And for me, it was a name, and it was a scalp to take, and it was a grappler.
Yeah,
I've had one loss in the UFC, and that was to a grappler. So I kind of wanted to get one back, and I really wanted to submit it, if I'm being honest. But I see the fight getting cancelled as like nothing was really lost, because all the preparation doesn't just disappear. Like everything I learned, I will retain, and it'll stay with me. So it just gives me more time to get ready for the next fight. But it was a bit, I mean, it's obviously a bit sad when you think about, like, I had 14 weeks to get ready for this fight. So I sacrificed a lot, emotionally, physically and financially, but it'll come round again, mate. Swings and roundabouts.
And Molly, were you any way compensated financially for the fight being cancelled?
Yeah. I was given a phone call last week, and they basically said, what's it called? Hang on. They just basically said that I'm getting X amount of money and it should be with me today or tomorrow. So I can't complain. They've looked after the fighters, and of course they would. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a big thing. Molly, can I ask you, are you a Liverpool fan or an Everton fan?
I'm the biggest Evertonian you're probably going to meet.
Oh, nice one. So this is fine to ask you. What did the town make of the Liverpool putting their staff on furlough leave and then going back on their word? And what did Everton do, actually?
So I think Everton Everton have been in the community and have been helping like everyone who lives in Liverpool, to be honest, because they have a massive charity Everton in the community. And I just, when it was announced that they was going to do that, Liverpool, the whole city was just like, are you messing? This is a working class city and you're billionaires and you're going to make the taxpayer pay, which is buttons to them. Do you know what I mean? But I respect the fact that they've listened to the public, but that will never leave now. Like, that's not going to go away. People will remember that forever. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know, my opinion on it just doesn't really matter, but it wasn't cool. And every Liverpool fan was like, we cannot believe this is a thing right now.
Especially considering, I know it's not that relevant, but Barcelona, the players actually played the staff wages.
Yeah.
That's what they decided to do. But luckily you're from Everton, and Everton are doing great.
Yeah. Well, we just got to see. I think I've got a delivery here, lads. So, my Uncle John's going to get it. Cool.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, DHL.
What are you getting?
I'm getting an inflatable chair, just so I can sit in the front, because in the back we've got a big erected like framework for me bag to go on. So it's like a yard, so it's not very big. So I thought if we're going to be in this lockdown for another 6 weeks, I'll sit in a nice chair instead of having to sit on this stoop.
Yeah. Molly, another thing that I've noticed as well, you've become a big fan favourite in the MMA scene. Like, for instance, we saw you here in Dublin when Liam McCord was headlining Bellator Dublin, and people were hanging out of you. How's all this attention, like, how's that make you feeling these days?
It's surreal, to be honest. Even when I walk the dog around the park, it's funny because everyone's like, Meatball! And that's what they call me. It's mad, like kids will call me Meatball. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, there's Molly McCann. It's, there's Meatball Molly.
I have to ask, where did that come from, Meatball?
I used to work in Subway when I was at uni, and I went to the gym. I went to the gym after a shift and I smelled of herb and cheese bread, and then my coach said, oh, it's Meatball Molly. And then that's it. But yeah, I don't think it'll ever get normal. It'll never feel like real life. And I think it's very humbling, to be honest, when someone asks for a picture or when people just know who you are.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an affirmation that I'm where I want to be in terms of people respect who I am and what I'm about. Yeah,
I think it's your attitude, the way you do it, you fight. I think like what a big thing was when you won by decision, and you had it was a hematoma on your face.
A hematoma is a fucking broken orbital bone.
Broken orbital bone, sorry. Yeah. But it was just like the never say die attitude that you had, that people are just drawn to as well, you know. Yeah, I think my UFC debut was lost. I got choked out, and I kind of always said, I'll go out on my shield. So I always think I've got more of a will to win than someone else. And I think that kind of proved it, where I'm going to be finished, so I'm not going to give up. So the only way that you will beat me is by putting me to sleep. Like, I'll be put in an arm bar, you can put me in an ankle lock, I'm not going to attack, do you know what I mean? But what's it called?
Molly, do you think that in the women's flyweight division, it's a bit like Shevchenko's up here and then like everyone else is sort of that step below, but obviously you've been world champion before in Cage Warriors, you've trained for a championship fight. Do you think that puts you ahead of the other fighters in your division?
I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I think my division is probably one of the most fairer divisions. Like, I think the featherweight division is just like I don't even know what it is. Do you know what I mean?
But it doesn't really exist anymore now that Toy Ward's gone.
Yeah, but I don't know. Shevchenko is there, but I feel like the pack behind it's all like that. But like, she's nearly cleaned the division out. I think she's got Jojo to fight next. Yeah. I think I need another win or another 2 wins, and then I'll get my go.
Definitely. And how do you think you versus Shevchenko plays out?
I think, if I'm being deadly honest with you, I came from boxing and she's a counter striker, so I grew up learning how to beat people like that. Do you know what I mean? The way that you attack here is you have to cover the distance quick and not get hit. And if you watch when I fight, that's what I do well. I'm not saying I wouldn't take some licks, and I'm not saying I wouldn't give some, but I could put me last bottom dollar on it. It'd be a 5-round war.
And Molly, tell us about your friendship with Liam McCourt, because this is like one of the best bromances in all of MMA at the moment.
Yeah, I think when I was fighting for the Cage Warriors world title, she just got signed to Cage Warriors, and just as a out of respect thing, because I know she just won the IMAFs, I messaged her saying, if you ever want to come over for training, so one of the babies in the street. If you ever, can you hear that?
Oh yeah, we can hear it screaming. Yeah. Sure, look, that's what happens.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, geez, that's perfect backdrop.
So my backdrop, look, it's a record player. Boss ideas and my stuff to do every day. My PlayStation. Let me tell you. But yeah, so I just said, come and train. She came and trained. Then I went over to her, and it's just been back and forth. Like, she's like my sister.
Yeah.
And there's no competition between either one of our success, and there's no negativity. Like I said, Leah, you've been in Bellator for 3 fights and have been a main event. I said, you've surpassed me in 3 fights. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just buzzing and happy for it. I said, I can't even get on a main card, let alone headline. Do you know what I mean?
I remember I interviewed her a while ago. I think it was actually her first fight on Bellator. And I said to her, I was like, you potentially become like the Ronda Rousey of Ireland, you know? And I think she took it with a pinch of salt, but then like 2 events later, she's then headlining Bellator Dublin. And I was like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Yeah, I mean, the story is there, do you know what I mean? How hard and how much she puts into training. No one can match that. And not one person I know on this earth does and can do what she does. And how good she makes it look when she's doing it. It's nice to watch the journey of someone who's striving for excellence and greatness, and it's nice to see the good guy winning.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
The same path as yourself.
Yeah.
I think having the daughter as well, like, is like the icing on the cake for people. You know what I mean? It's nice to see a mother do it as well.
Yeah, I mean, she's got the story that can make someone who's biased towards what we do change their opinion on what we do. Do you know what I mean? If you've got a purist, or you've got more of a middle or upper class man or woman who are like, women shouldn't fight, blah, blah, blah. And then you watch someone do it with such finesse, who's such a lovely human, and like the biggest Christian I've ever met. Do you know what I mean? Like, God-fearing woman. I don't know. It's like, how can't you like her and respect her?
Yeah, she does change the narrative quite a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
go on, Mary.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Molly, I meant to ask, what games do you play? I see you're a bit of a gamer there.
So they're all there. I've got Call of Duty, UFC, FIFA, Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto. I've got the new Australian Open.
Let me ask, when you're playing UFC, who do you play as? Who are your favourite people to play as?
I normally go, I've made myself, to be honest. But I've been going Masvidal lately, and I can't really play it too well, if I'm being deadly honest with you, but I've been putting online to the fans, like, add me and I'll play you, and I've just been playing all the fans.
Class.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Another person I want to ask about is a fellow Liverpudlian, Darren Till.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll also be up for fighting on the island?
I reckon so. He's game as they come, isn't he? He's just
a mad bastard.
Yeah, he's just had a little girl like 3 days ago. So I think it's come at the perfect time because I know how much he's training. He's training hard, but he can just be a dad, and there'd be no pressure on him being a dad at the minute.
You know, there's something about Liverpool that really resonates with Ireland. I think it's like the realness and the freshness of it.
I think it's because I'd say 60% of the population is second or third generation Irish. Like, no joke. Like, my nan and granddad on both sides are fully blown Irish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And Molly, when it comes to this island, I love the island, by the way. Now I feel like this is going to be its own thing. I'm really excited to see where it is as well. Who do you want to fight on the island? Are you determined to have your showdown with Ashley Evans Smith, or will you take on anyone ranked, or what's the plan?
You know what? I'd love to get a text on my phone, and it'd be like Love Island, and I'll go, I got a text. Because I know if Graham Boylan messages me, that's what it's going to say.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, give me anyone. Give me anyone. I don't give a flying fuck. Do you know what I mean? I'm down to fight. Give a go. Okay. I'm doing 12 threes on the bag. I'm running 10 miles. I'm doing the fastest 5Ks I've ever done in my life. I've just got to make weight. It'd probably take me a week to make weight. Do you know what I mean? So just give me a week to notice, and I'm fighting.
You know who I'd like for you, Molly? I think you and Roxanne Mataferi is a good fight.
Do you know what? A lot of people have said that. I know Roxy. I've trained with her before. I went to Vegas and stayed there, and she was so lovely to me. And she introduced me to what did I have for the first time? I can't remember what she introduced me to, but she knew how much I loved donuts, and she bought loads of donuts and brought them to the hotel. And I've just got so much respect for her. And when she was fighting Macy Barber, I said, you are going to beat this girl. I just knew it, because she's that old school and
very experienced.
Yeah, and Macy was young, naive, and I seen very much similarities in me as Macy had in that fight, and then she got beat. And I thought, I wonder how you're going to come back from this now. And that'll be show your true character and if people will actually love you or not. But I'd love to fight Roxy, because it's like she's an amazing, a true mixed martial artist.
Yeah, she seems like a lovely person as well.
Yeah, and she's
she's ranked number 5 at the moment. I think she's almost like, I don't really like using the term, but she's almost like the gatekeeper. Like, if you can beat Roxanne Mataferi, you're in the upper echelon. And if you lose, no disrespect, but you have a bit of work to do to get to the title.
Yeah, I believe the same. I feel she's very dangerous in certain areas, and I feel because the way she strikes is unorthodox, you can't time it. So it's like you it's really hard to deal with, and then she's on you. And then when she's on you, she's like a blanket on top of you. Do you know what I mean? Like, when we grappled, this was years ago, probably 4 years ago. No, 4 years ago it was, yeah. And I done well. Do you know what I mean? But now I think, I'd really be able to handle myself now. When she's training with Jojo Caldwell all the time, so I know her strike and defence is going to get a lot better. But it's a fun fight.
It is, yeah. I think obviously it would again sort of be that grappler versus striker matchup, but like I'd say you probably close the gap on your grappling much more so than she would in her striking. Just more so the old adage, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know what I mean? I'm sure at her stage of her career, she's been in so many fights that it's quite difficult then to completely change what you're doing and then make it work. Like, if you almost look at, do you remember BJ Penn went to change his striking and like he just looked silly, to be honest, against Yair Rodriguez. And it's one of those things that it is quite hard to mix that up.
Yeah, I know how hard that I've worked on my jiu-jitsu and my wrestling, and I think last year, after I got beat, I went away for a year, near enough, and I just showed the world a whole new me. And I know she's partially done that. Do you know what I mean? Like, her striking has come on, but I think you are right in what you're saying in terms of it's a lot harder to teach striking than it is to teach grappling. However, when you're put under the cosh, so say if someone mounted me and started throwing elbows, you wouldn't see me panic the same way as what I did when I got beat by Gillian. You know what I mean? Where I think it's really hard to do that in striking, where you can't be conditioned at a later age to take one on the chin.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. And tell us this, Molly, how did you see the main event of UFC 249 going down? How did you see Gaethje versus Ferguson?
I love Gaethje. I was in UFC Detroit 219 with him. I was cornering someone and I was in his changing room, and I absolutely loved what he's about. I love his coach. I love his boxing style. I love his leg kicks. I just don't think he's going to have the cardio as what Tony's got at the minute. So I just think if it's a 5-round fight, Tony's probably going to edge it. I'm more interested in Rose Namajunas and Andrade. Just because...
part 2.
Yeah, because the first round of that was the best 5 minutes of mixed martial arts I'd seen from a female. In terms of she negated anything Andrade threw at her. She dominated, jab, head off the centre line, just danced around the ring. Didn't look like she had put, she dropped her, ran after it, didn't she? Like, it was there. She was going to finish the fight. It was just a freak accident. And I know how much Rose struggles with her mind as well as everyone else does.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that she will have done a lot of...
Yeah, she's very open with that.
Yeah. And I feel... Oh, sorry, my legs have gone stiff because I'm getting old. I feel like she's who I aspire to be. Do you know what I mean? Watching her.
She's beautiful technician.
Yeah. But more so on a spiritual level for myself. She lost her first fight in the UFC, which was the tough finale. And then I had the same with my UFC debut. And then her practices, I see was very much similar to what mine is, and her thought process is similar to what mine is. And I know upbringing has been quite similar. And I just thought, I'm going to stop being this big mouthy human, and I'm just going to be a little bit more humble. Not like I was ever disrespectful, but I'm just thinking, I'm just going to let me fight and do the talking now. And that's what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just mirroring here.
Yeah. Well, what you're doing is like, it's very, like, people resonate with you, you know, because you can tell you're just being yourself. It's a good way to be.
Yeah.
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 Oh, sorry. Yeah, carry on.
I just think, for the good and the bad of me, I can't hide my emotion. So I'm like a book, and it's very black and white. There's no grey. Do you know what I mean? But I think if you can be an honest human and an honest fighter, people will always relate to that and want you to succeed.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But what way do you see that fight going down this time around?
I think Rose is going to destroy her. Because I know, like, Rose can cope with adversity in terms of, do you remember when Conor threw the fucking thing at the bus? Like, she was on the bus and then she went out and absolutely smashed it.
Yeah.
She beat Joanna again. Do you know what I mean? So I texted my girlfriend Paige yesterday and I said, when I seen that the card is going ahead, she's isolating with her family and not with me. And I said, we're getting a pizza and a pack of beer each, and we'll Zoom and watch these fights together, like we're together.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't wait for it.
A fight companion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because every night we'll sit in this room and watch fighting, and it's like, oh shit! At the minute she's not here.
Yeah. Is she a professional footballer?
Yeah.
Well, I saw a Birmingham jersey.
Yeah, she's just last season she took a break from football, and she's just got a new job, but she's going to announce it because it's next level. So I can't say much until she's announced it, but she's you just think, oh my God, you're going to change the world with your new job. So I'm really happy for her.
If she signed for Liverpool, what would you do?
I used to play for Liverpool.
Oh, did you?
I used to play football, and she used to play for Everton. So she's an Evertonian. She's a Liverpool fan who played for Everton, and I was a Everton fan who played for Liverpool. Mad that, isn't it?
Barry, did you not hear? She said she's going to change the world with her new job. She's found the cure for the coronavirus. That's going to be unbelievable. Fair play to Paige.
But Molly, will you be tuning in next week? Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Wouldn't miss it.
Oh.
Oh god.
Jeez, no one's getting on a plane Molly anytime soon.
No, I ran a fast 5k today, and I tried to go as fast as I could, and my lungs are burning from it. I was doing 6.5 minute miles, and I'm going to try and get it down to when I was 18 playing football. I could do 5 minute miles, so I'm going to try and get that back.
What position were you?
Left wing.
Oh, left wing. Cool.
Oh yeah. They weren't calling Meatball back then. Lloyd and McCann.
No, I swear, I was about 51 kilo and would just fly through people. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm a boxer. And they'd look at me and I was like a stick. I was so thin. And they'd be like, yeah, all right. And then I'd throw a tackle in and they'd be like, fuck, you are a boxer.
Yeah. That's almost a bit like Katie Taylor. She used to play football for Ireland and then obviously has gone on to great things in the boxing as well.
Yeah, we've shared the same bloodline, me and Katie Taylor. My nan is her granddad's brother.
No way.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, what? Makes a lot of sense now.
It's all there, isn't it?
It is all there.
Talented athletes, you know what I mean? They run the family.
Yeah, that's why whenever I come back to... Well, when I go to Ireland, I always like back in the motherland. Oh, shit. My family's from Bray in Wicklow.
Oh, yeah, true. That's where she's from, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Have you ever met Katie?
Pardon? No.
You have to make sure you go to her next fight.
I went to the last one in Manchester. I was front row. I was there, and a funny story is when I started boxing, I went into my gym, and my boxing coach was an England coach at the time, and he came over with a camcorder, and he's like, "Watch this girl. This is who you want to fight like." So I based my boxing style on Katie Taylor, and then. And it was madness, like 12 years later, I was sat there watching her headline the MEN. It was amazing.
Yeah, she was the first ever woman to headline boxing on Sky Sports, which is like such a feat to have. Do you not remember when there was like a pro boxing card in the free arena, I think it was, and she boxed on it as an amateur, like back, way back in the day. And I was just like, this girl. And when I'm in fight camp, I watch her documentary about 3 times a week. I know it like word for word.
I was literally just going to ask you that. Have you seen it? It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I always say she's the greatest Irish sports athlete of all time, regardless of gender.
100%. Only just because there's no controversy with her. She's pure to the core.
Yeah.
She's pure. Do you know what I mean? And she represents Ireland. For everything, for being that, for being holy, for being true, for being honest, and for standing up for your morals. Like,
in fairness, when I was watching the documentary and her ma was doing the prayers the night before, and the prayers are mad. God. She's like, please God, give Katie the power to knock this girl out tomorrow. I was like, oh my God, Jesus Christ.
I know she hasn't slept well, but you know, and I was just laughing like, oh my God, this is great. He's like, I've got a few pastures for you. A few scriptures.
It's next level.
Yeah.
But Barry, do you have anything to add on, or we wrap things up?
I just want to ask Molly, you should definitely try and get someone to do a fly on the wall stuff for you as well in the build up to your next fight, or if London.
So BT Sports have been following me since the win in London. And you'll see the high. I'm still on this, John. Thanks.
Another phone call.
Oh, I know. Now they followed, so you'll see everything over the last 14 months. So you'll see the next fight comp as well.
That's brilliant.
That's actually.
No, we're really looking forward to it.
That's
because I've kept like videos and like. Just like personal blog thing, which I'll just send to him so they can go on.
That's brilliant, Molly.
Well, you know what, Molly? You actually deserve only the best. We wish you all the very, very best. Thanks so much for coming on the show. For those of you watching at home in your isolation, like, share, subscribe. Molly, do you want to say anything before you want to go?
If the UFC comes to Ireland in August, I'll be on it.
100%.
But if not, I will see you in October for Bellator because I'll be
unbelievable.
there.
Yeah, we have to have you again on the show as well.
I have Yeah, I've got to watch Queely walk out to again. Have you seen the video that was on Twitter?
We
when
were
he
at it.
walked out?
Yeah,
And I
that's
was
it.
like that.
Yeah.
I was screaming on the
Yeah.
chair like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised you didn't get thrown out of the arena. Although it'd be brave to try and throw you out, Molly.
I was fighting 2 weeks later, and everyone was like, "Is she drunk?" I was like, "No, I'm just high on Irish life." I was like that.
Well, hopefully everyone at home can be as energized as Molly McCann. So, Molly, thanks a million. As always,
Stay energized.
Stay energized.